Hey everyone, this is Mary. You are watching another little piece of my art. And today I thought I would show my what's in my bag to color for fall / Halloween. So it's not really a bag at this point anymore. It's one of those like soft-sided totes. I got it from the Dollar Tree. You can get them, the little cubby cube things. And I just use that because it holds a lot more. And so I put that on the ground and I keep what I want to work on and what I've worked in stuffed in there, and then when I go to do my videos it's all right there. So that's just my little tip. Thank you guys for everyone who left a nice message on my post about being in the hospital. I might not have got back to all of the messages, but thank you. I mean, not that there was a ton of them or anything like that, but I just got back home 2 days ago, so I was there for about a week, something like that. Oh, hang on one second. I just dropped one of those little plastic things that are on your clothes, that hold the tags. I just dropped one into the carpet and I cannot find it, and my dog will probably eat it, so I'll have to look for it when I'm done with this video. She's in the living room sleeping. But anyway, so yeah, anyways, I was in there treated for a number of things, but while I was there they found out that my hematocrit and hemoglobin is back down low again to where it was when I had to have the transfusion a month ago. So I have an appointment with the blood doctor in the morning. We'll see what they say. I really don't want to do another transfusion, but whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? So when I was pulling the books out for this video, I realized I had quite a few Halloween or spooky type books that could kind of go in that category. So I forgot one. So I decided that I cannot possibly color in all of those, or I won't probably. I doubt that I will. So I had to make some executive decisions as to what did I really think I would actually do and what did I think I would not do. So these are not by any means all of the Halloween books that I have. Almost all of them, but not all of them, because I don't know if I feel like it's not here. I don't think this year I'm going to work in the Alan Roberts Halloween book. I forget the name of it right off the top of my head. The smaller one. I don't know if I feel like working in that one this year. And there's a couple other ones that were more of a small fine line that I just thought, I don't feel like it. Although I did pull this one out just now when I looked up there and saw it. And this one is very fine liney. But it has like some pictures. Like it has a lot of pictures that are going into the season. There's some football ones because we know how Lucy loves to pull that carpet out from Charlie Brown when he's trying to kick the ball. So there's a few like that, and I know there's some Halloween ones in here, with the great pumpkin. The only one I've done in the book is this one, and I did this one for Valentine's Day last year. So this is very much a a holiday book. So here's the one that I was looking for with the football. The only reason I started on those was because I had some bleed through from the other page, and I was trying to conceal it a little bit. I'm going to have to get some clear gesso or some matte medium or something to deal with these books that have the two sides, because these are so small, the vines and things like on ones like this. I just don't know how you would do that with a pencil. I mean, you would have to get yourself a sharp pencil and color sharpen it a lot, a hard pencil, and sharpen it a lot. Sorry, I'm going crazy. So here's the one with the great pumpkin, and I'm glad we found it. I did grab some tab thingies to mark what pages that I'm going to use. We don't need this wide of a tab. We can use it more than once, so I'm just going to cut a little bit. But yeah, I think this one is super cute, and of course you got to do the the nice, oh, I dropped the scissors. Now my dog thinks it's someone's at the door. It's always chaos. It's just me. I'm sorry I dropped the scissors. Just get on the bed and be a dog. Okay? Oh, I wanted to show you guys this before I forget. Every time that my husband would come and visit at the hospital, they would give him, you have to get a different badge, you know, like every day. And he was throwing them out, and I said, I want to see what you're throwing out. Because they take your picture. If he commits a crime, how are you going to convict him? His elbow and his ear? Like, what is that? So I had to save them and stick them in I'm going to stick them in my junk journal. But yeah, so anyway, we have that one. And then there is one Thanksgiving one somewhere in here. Well, you know what? You're probably ready to see the other ones, and you've already seen the one, so we know I'm going to do that one soon, like before Halloween. So we'll save that one, and then I can always leave the book out and do another post and have like a Thanksgiving one. Okay, so now I have the Archie and Sabrina's Halloween coloring book. I had this out the other day in the living room because when I got home I didn't feel like being in my bed after being in a hospital bed. I'm the worst, literally the worst patient, like every nurse's nightmare. Actually, that sounds bad. I'm not a bad patient when I'm so sick that I don't care, but when I start feeling a little bit better, I want to go home. I want to go home now, and I'm like, I really want to go home. And they're arguing with me, and I said, okay, if you don't let me go home, I'm going to pull out my IV and go home. And they said, well, you can do that, but then you won't get any scripts. And I needed to have my scripts, so I had to stay longer than I wanted. But when I got home, I was so sick and tired of being in the bed that I pulled this book out and had it in the living room with just a 12-pack of Crayola pencils because I didn't feel like digging through this right here. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. That right there. This is a pretty large box. I mean, that's probably a good 2.5 inches, 3 inches deep. This whole entire box is Crayolas, and I still have more. I have more because I didn't want repeats in that box. That's how many Crayolas I have. There are repeats in that box, but I didn't want, like, if one was short, I had the next one, you know, but I didn't want like 4 and 5 of the same color, so some of them are in another box. But yeah, that's how many is in there. It's way too many to be messing with, you know what I mean? So now that I have moved my tripod, we're not going to be able to get it back to where it was, of course. So Archie and Sabrina's Halloween, I love this book so much. I wish it was thicker because the stuff, and it's not that it's thin, it's just that kind of paper that is very, like, it soaks in there. And some of these are fine with pencils because of the design of it. Now look, I have that marked from last year, the Riverdale High School one. I guess I wanted to do that one. Maybe I wanted to do this one. I don't know, but I like them both. But some of these ones, especially when you get into comic strip format, like here, you know, I prefer to use a marker to cover, to get in, a small marker to get in there, and then a big marker to do some of these bigger spaces so I don't hurt my hands, because I'm always hurting my hands. And the thing about hurting my hands is I never know that they're hurt until after I've already put the hurt on them, you know. This is a super cute book. I gave one away this time last year, and if I had a third one, I would give that one away too, but I don't. But if you get a chance to pick it up, I think you'll really like it. I'm going to show you my picture that I did that in the Rose Art fluorescent pencils. I'll show you that here in a second. We're coming up to it. Just flipping through a little bit. That one's super cute too. I like that one. But they also have a Christmas one. So I haven't really been in the book buying mood for quite some time because I just get frustrated that I haven't finished a lot of the ones that I already have. But the thing is, I do other artwork as well. And oh, I finally found my, where is it? Let me show you guys. I finally found my big crochet needle or hook. So this is a big one. This is a K. And I had a bunch of blue, different colors of blue yarn that were left over from projects, and a little bit gray. And my grandson, my new baby grandson's room is those colors. He's got like a sky theme type of room. So I'm going to make like a, you know, when you crochet with whatever you have left of a color and then switch to the next color and switch to the next color. I forget what that's called. And I'm not good at crocheting. I can only do like flat things. I can't make those stuffed animals and all that cute things that people make. But that's okay. I have the yarn left over and I want to use it up, and I know my daughter will like it and appreciate it. So I had to just search everywhere to find that big hook. I have a whole thing of hooks that my mother-in-law got because someone that she was friends with, their mother died, and this woman was like 90 years old or something like that, and she had every crochet hook known to man, it seemed like. And the lady whose mother it actually was kept some, and she gave the rest to my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law does not know how to crochet at all, so she gave them to me. But here's like an example with the baby Archies here. Like, that's pretty small to be doing all that detail. That's why I wish I could use marker. But again, I need to really invest in some kind of a, you know, something that keeps you from going through. It's just that with the clear gesso, I know it roughs up the page and it can ruin your marker nibs, your tips. But I wonder if you use that and sand it a little bit, if it was, you know, if it would still have the effect of being a barrier on your page, and it would have less of a bad effect to your markers. But then again, there are some markers that, you know, some Super Tips ones that I've had for so long that I don't really mind that much if they get messed up, because I really just want to use them up at this point. So here's a picture that I did. This is the Crazy Art neon pencils. You can probably go to Walmart right now and pick you up some. I got mine at the after school special a year or two ago. Wait, when did I do this one? I did this one in 22. So that was the year I got them, right after school started, and they put all that stuff on sale. They're hard pencils, and there's only 12 in there, and that's all I used except for on her skin. And possibly her skin. I can't tell if that's, yeah, probably her skin as well. I did use something else because I didn't want them all to be like just the 12 colors. But like even the cat is done with the pencils and stuff like that. So they're fun. They're a lot of fun. They're very hard. So if hard pencils hurt your hands, you might want to be very careful with them. Use them sparingly. Don't attempt a whole picture at one sitting. But it's really cool. I mean, I just love that. It's not cool. I saw someone having glow-in-the-dark stationery, and I was like, no, I have got to get me some of that. And it's weird how the girl who whose skin, her skin does nothing really, but her skin must have some kind of an undertone to it because it shows up blue with that. I don't know, I'm a giant child because that kind of stuff just fascinates me. But anyways, yeah, you saw me mark this one I did just in crayons. And then I did use a little bit of marker around the outer edge just to give it some kind of depth or darkness to it. I didn't do the sky on that one because, you know. But so I did this one. This one has a combination of marker and colored pencil. And I just love this picture, like the picture itself, not necessarily how I chose to do it, but I just love the picture itself. But you can see how you know, even though I used water-based markers, it comes through. I mean, will that be covered up when I color this page? It depends. The ghost, I'm not going to color dark, so that's going to have to be seen, and you can see where like that orange and stuff like that, you know, I'd have to make the skin orange to cover that. So it's just always nice if you don't have to think about those things. But I did do another, okay, I did this page, and I really like how this came out, even though it's a lot of orange. I love orange, it's my favorite color. But I did do this one in pencils, you can probably tell. I used the Koh-i-Noor Magic Effects pencils. This hurt my hand. I remember doing it in one sitting, but yeah, the only bleed through that I got is from okay, I think it must have been right here where I used I don't know, something orange on that pumpkin, because you can see where exactly where the pumpkin shape is, you know what I mean? So if I would have just stuck with pencils, I would have been fine, but no. And then this one, these are alcohol markers, and I knew that they were going to bleed through, but I was going to rip this page out and send it to my grandson because he loves the movie Jaws and he loves sharks in general. So these are perforated, and one of these days I will send it to him, but for right now, they're staying with some other family members. It's very hard to find housing in Ohio at the moment. But when he's back in his own house and has his own room, I'll send it to him. So yeah, that's why I didn't care, but look at the back, like, woo, that's really bad. And then I guess there's one more. I just saw it flashing by. Okay, this one. I think I did Archie's hair pink so that it would light up. I did some of it, you can see I used those pencils, and then others, like, you can tell I didn't. But so fun. I mean, if this kind of time of year can't be fun, then I don't know what time of year can be. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing Archie, and I marked that, so that's good for that one. Now this next one, I don't think I have ever colored in, or I might have colored in it once. This one and another one like this one, I purchased at Ollie's last year. Usually I don't pay $3.99 for a book at Ollie's because they're usually a lot less money. You know, they're usually around $2. But the Ollie's is kind of not really far, but it's like one of those things like, I mean, unless you're going there for a specific amount of things. And they didn't sell, I always used to buy my jars of minced garlic there, and they stopped selling it, or they didn't. I've never seen it at the ones in Florida. I used to buy it at the one in Ohio. So I bought this one in the other book because I wasn't going there a lot and wasn't picking up a lot of books, and it was just, you know, a treat or whatever. But they're building, they've already built it, but their grand opening is in October for another Ollie's, and it is literally pretty much down the road. I mean, could I walk to it? Probably not. I mean, maybe if I had the desire to and was in better shape, but you get the point. I'm so excited. My husband's like, there goes our bank account. But anyway, so The Witch I bought last year, and then it's cute. It's not that it's bad. So this is by Chartwell Books, and I think all these images are taken off of the whatchamacallit, you know, the free imaging thing, because there is nobody that is listed as the illustrator. So I did color this one, and I did use just all markers. Oh, no, I might have darkened it a little bit with some pencil, but mostly markers, because these are basically one-sided. The back is a different type like that. But it was very quick and very, you know, fun. So some of them I like and some of them I don't. Will I ever color a jar full of eyeballs? I don't know. Maybe I might do it with the so you have to test, though. I was going to say with the Crazy Art pencils, because this paper, it's not as slick as it looks. It's actually got, you can hear it, a little bit more tooth to it. Some of the pictures I just don't like this one. I think that's horrible. And some of them are okay, you know, like that's a pretty girl. I might do her. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that other tab there. This just gives me a starting place. Before I color it in, I will pick the book up and decide, okay, this is the book I want to work in tonight or whenever. And then I'll look to the page that I tagged, and I usually flip again just to make sure that I wasn't missing something. This one is really cool though. I love the pictures of the moon, and it doesn't matter if it's a full moon or whatever phase the moon is in. I like that. And since these are one-sided, you know, you can cover a lot of ground with a big yellow marker, and then just go in and do the details with some pencils. This one would be quick and easy. So there's a few cute ones in here. And you could always do stuff to them, like cut the circle out, put a picture behind it, or whatever you want to do. Some of them are a little, I don't know, maybe a little juvenile for me, but I like that. Anything with water and sun, that's going to be right up my alley. And I like the way the moon is, like, it looks like an old book plate, like the, you know, where they would had to do everything hand carved stuff. But yeah, it's got things like this that I find cute in it. It's just some of the more, I like that. I don't know if I would do this. It's got a lot of small details to it, and it's just a hat. So I don't know. Maybe it's like, sometimes, I'm sure you guys have had this as well, where the book has to hit you at the right time. Like you know yourself well enough to know that, okay, I should probably buy this, even though there are books that I didn't buy that I wished it would have. But, you know, for the most part, if I want one, I'm going to get it. And then if I get it home and I'm like, I know that there was something about it that I liked, and it's just bad timing, and I need to pick it up later. So that might be how this is, you know. Next year at this time of year, this might be my favorite seasonal book. I don't know. But it is quite a hefty book. Let me see if it says how many pages. It was made in 2022. I don't think it says. But just, that's the, if you want to look it up, there's that. But yeah, so The Witch. And then I have Pop Mango's Cute and Creepy. Me and Rita have done a buddy color in this book, I think every year since I since I got it. And my husband got this for me. I think I was sick around this time of year, and he went to Walmart to get something totally else, and he came home with the book. So it's so cute. I love this. And this one, the paper is good on this one too. This one might be good with my pencils that with the fluorescent, the crazy art ones. But yeah, super cute book. Again, it's not double-sided. I mean, it's not single-sided, it's double-sided. So you're going to have to be careful, but I just noticed that this is just the front page, so I could do this one and do him with a yellow marker too. So I think that's what I'm going to mark. Rita, if you are watching this, if you haven't done the little Dracula bear, let me know, and we can maybe make it another year of our annual buddy color. I was going to say something and I forgot. Oh, I think Rita told me that she had completed a lot of the book. She might be done with it by now. I'm not sure. I haven't seen her around or spoke to her as much as I normally do. Let's see. It's just so cute. So cute. I like that too. I just don't know if right now I am ambitious enough to take on a double page spread, because, you know, if I start here and I get wore out, then that's going to look crazy, and then you can never find those pencils again or the same marker. So I'm not sure, but I did mark that teddy bear. I love this guy here. I think I could do this one fairly quickly because since it is a ghost, I don't think I would want to change his color. I think that what are you doing, crazy? I got a new bath mat today. We were at Aldi's getting some avocados, and I always go down that one aisle that, you know, the Aldi's Finds, I think it's called, or whatever. But I went down that aisle and I found this bath mat, the bath rug, you know, that is the exact colors of my bathroom, which is like a beige, like a cinnamon color, and like a bluish color. And I have a mermaid themed shower curtain, and the bath mat had diamonds on it, and, you know, like a mermaid's tail. I was like, I have to get this bath mat. And she has never messed with anything like that before on the floor, like mats. It must have some kind of scent to it, like, you know how some things when you get them have that weird chemical smell or whatever. But she will not stop going in my bathroom and attacking my bath mat. So I have to shut the door and keep her out until I wash it, which I need to do it anyway. You should always wash your stuff, I think. But maybe that smell is like something that is just creeping her out, and she feels like she needs to. There goes my phone case. So remember when I was telling you guys that the lighting was so bad in here and I needed to figure out something else to do? Well, we decided we're gonna, because we have a couch and a love seat in the living room, and we're just two people. I mean, do we really need a couch and a love seat in the living room? I don't think we do. I don't. So I'm gonna move the love seat out into the front room, which is like the bar area. There's like a bar there, and then there's like an actual table out of a bar that I used to work in years ago. And when the bar sold, the owner gave me however many tables I wanted out of the bar. She's like, you used to clean them, you might as well get to have them. But I only had room for the one, and then my daughter came and took another one. But that front room, we don't use it as a bar because we don't really, you know, sit around the house drinking alcohol like liquor or whatever. But when the kids come and visit, they like to have, I have shaker cups and all that stuff from bartending years, but they like to have their little, make their mixed drinks out there. And I have that table, and I have a TV, and I have a DVD player and a Roku box and stuff like that. And that's the room that has like the big windows and whatnot, like a Florida room. So we're gonna move one of the love seats out there, and then my husband's gonna let me buy a desk, and I'm gonna put the desk in the living room, and I have better lighting there, so my videos will be better with better lighting. Am I still gonna be a crappy videographer? Probably. You have to understand, I do everything on my phone, so I can't add stuff in like text and stuff like that. I wish I knew how to do it on a phone, but I don't. That one's cute. So if you want to go ahead and do the bee, you can do the bee and the girl. But if you just want to do the girl and the bees, you can always come back and do that, the big bee at another time. You know what I mean? Because it's a bee, so it's black and yellow. Like how different will it look? I think that's cute. I've never really even noticed that picture before, so obviously it's meant for me to notice now. Let's see if I can get my... I'm telling you. It's always something. Oh, we're crooked even. That's great. Why didn't you guys tell me we're crooked? The owl is cute on the skull, but I don't know if I feel like coloring brown. That cat is so cute with his head in a pumpkin. Oh my god, I cannot. But I've got a couple tagged, so I'll show you some more of what I colored in here. And Rita, if you're watching and you see what all I have left and you want to color something else besides the teddy bear in the front, just let me know. Those are so cute too. See, now this makes me want to color in it. And this, every time I look at this book, it makes me want to get the mermaids one because I love mermaids and I'm sure I would love it, but I really don't need it. So here's my Bride of Frankenstein. I think Rita and I did that one last year. Let me see, where is it? Oh, great. I didn't, oh, there, no, 20, yeah, 23. Yeah. We did that one last year, and I was going to put some glossy accents on her eyes, and I think I still will because that will really be pretty. But Rita did hers in a colorful, different way, and I tried to make mine look like the actual, like Universal Studios Bride of Frankenstein. I forget her name; it's on the tip of my tongue, but I just looked her up and did her that way. Also, Inktober, I have the list if anybody wants to know the first week's prompts. People are complaining about the list this year. I mean, I don't see how it's any really different than any other year. Okay, so I have this one. This one, I used these. Oh my gosh. Oh. I use the Fat Crayola Colors of the World as paint. Don't do it directly on the page or you're going to go through. I just scratched them onto a palette and added water. And I think I might have done a tutorial, or I talked about how to do it after I did it. I can't remember now. It's been a while. But I had started it, and then last year I went through and finished it because it had just, when I showed how to do it, I just, showed a little piece, a portion of it. And so last year I said, I am not having whips in this one of my favorite books I own. So we're not going to do that. So I came through and finished it. And I have this little guy. The sweetness of him. Look at him. So cute. You didn't know you were coming here for a tour of me going, oh my god, it's so cute, so cute. It is. And then I did this one last year as well. I saw that and confused myself. I'm like, how could I have done that on the in 28? And then I said, well, maybe I meant October 28th. But no, it's a 3. Yeah, I just get carried away with my swoopage. It's a 3, so I did that one last year. I think that one's super cute too. I like the way that I made the pumpkin, not the same orange pumpkin, but he's like he's not all the way ripe. So they had to work hard to get that top off because he's a banana pumpkin, when bananas are still green. I think this might have been the first picture I ever did in this book. It's from October of 2020, so that's I think when I must have got the book. I used to write on all of them when I got them, or I might have done these first. I can't remember. Looking back at it now, I like the stamp that I used on there, but I should not have made the background the same color as the zombie faces, of course. But I thought it would be okay because I had these bright pencil colors on their clothes. But yeah, if I had to do over, I wouldn't do that. That's okay. You live and you learn. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, I remember doing this one with Rita as well. Let's see what year we did that one. We did that one in 21. So yeah, we've been at it for a while. She does have glossy accents on her eyes and coming down in tears. And then somehow I smudged it onto her chin because that's just what I do. That's what I do. I am a messy person in all areas of life. I mean, I try to keep my house clean because it's bad for my mental health if I don't. But, I'm just the type of person that, I don't know. I'm just not careful. If I'm cooking, I spill something. You know what I mean? I'm just one of those people. Okay, this one is not a scary book by any means, but this is Mythologica, Beast to Color. And something about the horns and stuff was giving me the fall vibe. This is by Richard Merritt and Sabine Reinhart. I have a friend named Sabine. Isn't that the best name? So these have the small little doodly areas, which you don't have to do them. You can just pretend that this is just a drawing. It's just a line drawing. Just block all of that other stuff out. Block it out and just color it. So that's how you do those if you don't want to do it, because I think it stops a lot of people. They're like, no, that's too doodly, but you don't. It's only doodly if you want it to be doodly. I love this picture. Oh my gosh. Yes. A rabbit with big antlers, definitely. In the front, it tells what all these creatures are. Like they actually, have a mythological correspondence, I guess. They're not just, this isn't just a fantasy coloring book. Like it's, I mean, I guess it is fantasy. I guess it can be both. But that's going to be a good one. And I want to do the eye and glossy accents too. And hopefully I won't stick my arm in it. I wanted to do the dragon while it's still the year of the dragon. But when Halloween's over, I'll still keep this out with my fall themed books. And I can still do that one later. Look at that chicken. I mean, that is everything, you guys. Everything. Look at that. That is Bigfoot. It's not, but it is to me. You could draw little people over here on hills taking his picture. Oh, this one already has, I was like, I don't remember doing that. It already has the lightning drawn in for you. I gotta tell you, my grandson was here. I'd like to do this one. I am a Sagittarius, so maybe I'll do this one when it's around my birthday time. When my grandson was here, we were having bad storms because it's really rained for so much of the time here lately. And every time the thunder would crack, he would launch himself from across the room into my husband's lap. It was so cute. He just wanted somebody to protect him. He didn't cry. He just was like... So this picture is absolutely stunning, stunning, and I'm going to save it probably for last. It'll be my reward to keep me going to complete the book. But since these are one-sided, it's another thing, I try to look for those anymore so I don't have to deal with the not being able to use the marker thing. So even though I don't love every picture in this book, the fact that it's one-sided, yeah. So here's the one I did. It's nothing to write home about, but I forget the name of this. Well, do you want to know? If I'm talking too slow, you guys, you're just going to have to do what I do, is speed people up on the, press that little gear. I'm sure you can see it from your point of view. It is the, let's see the one before it. The one before it is like a troll. The Hydra? It might be the Hydra. Anyways, I used some marker and a lot of marker. And then some pencils like on the clouds. So that's what's in there. I just realized how long this video is. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be doing that. So if you're new here, this is my favorite coloring book that I own, and I had made a few bad messes in this because when I got it, I was pretty new to coloring. And then my husband so graciously, because he is very supportive in my hobby, extremely supportive. Like, would he want me to order a $300 set of pencils? No. I mean, if I asked him for it and sincerely wanted it, I'm sure that I could convince him, but I wouldn't do that because there's other things more important, Anyway, so yeah, Dracula is in my top 3 favorite movies. It really has my heart. I love all the versions of it. I'm a big fan of Hammer movies and all that stuff like that. So anyway, so my husband got me a new copy. So before I go in the new copy, my idea is to do all the pages in my old copy. And I want to do tests where I can see what goes through and what doesn't, which this paper is chef's kiss with this paper. Like, that is some cardboard paper. But even as such, sometimes things did shadow through. It just depended on what it was. Look at this. This is just awful. I had, at the time, some very, very not good watercolor, and I wasn't good at using them. So I'm so glad I had the second one. This one I tried to go over doing all Prisma, broke my hand. The carriage I did in all Crayola, and I think it looks nice. I really like that. So anyway, I'm not going to go through and show you all the pages because we'd be here all night, but I'm going to try to find a page to do. I have a lot of whips too in here, but I want to try to find a page to do for this Halloween season. And it's not going to be a whip. It's going to be something that is completely... Okay, so we have this giant scene of the castle. I don't love that idea because I know I'll get bored with all of the, like, the gray. I started some of it. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty light. So let's see. We have where the demon girls are draining Jonathan. Maybe I'll leave this paper right there. Let's see. I mean, that one would be an easy finish. Really, all I have to do is just do the bats and the birds. And those, I would probably just use an accent of color, but that's cheating. So I want to do one that is not been touched. So it's getting a little harder to find them. So that's good. I think I did this one last year, or it could have been the year before. Oh my god, it was 2020. What am I talking about? This one is being done in Crayola twistable pencils. So they work nice on this paper. What's that? Let's see. All men are mad in some way or the other. Professor Van Helsing. So we have a straitjacket. Actually, it's like two halves of a straitjacket, one on each side. I know you guys can't see that. And we have a lot of spitters. I don't know if I feel like coloring those. This one is a definite maybe. So you have your tools here and your blood cells here, because Dr. Van Helsing has to give Mina he has to give her a very, what's the word, old version of a blood transfusion. It looked very painful, and you know, as I mentioned, I just had a blood transfusion, so this one might be one that's calling to me at the time. Even though it's double pager, there's not a lot really there, not a lot of detail. This is a beautiful picture, so if I change my mind, this one is always in the next page, and I'm gonna have to see it. I don't feel like doing any dark scenes. I don't really feel like doing any buildings right now. This one is also a contender. It says, there are darknesses in life and there are lights. You are one of the lights. Professor Van Helsing, he says that to Mina. Mina is called different things in different Dracula, different versions of Dracula, but Mina is the female lead. If you like the 1993 Francis Ford Coppola version of Dracula, which is one of my favorites, then that would be the part played by Winona Ryder. And cool story, bro, but Winona Ryder was born almost on Halloween. She is born the same day as my son, not the same year, but that's October 29th. My son was due on Halloween, and he was born on October 29th. So here's another really bad page, and I mean, I just did this one. So, like, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to get into my new book. I don't think this would have been as bad, but I decided that, I want to use crayons on her face. And they were not, you know, they were my nice soft Crayolas, but they just were not blending out. I mean, I might still be able to blend them out a bit, but then I'm going to probably come through on the other side. So I love this page with all the chess pieces. I love to play chess. It's hard to play, though, because a lot of people don't know how, or they don't want to learn, or, you know, these days you can just play on your computer or your phone. And I have like a couple chess boards that are sentimental to me. I did this one. I think I did this one over the spring. I did this one in the spring, April of 23. So yeah, last year then. I like the way this one turned out. I think that's pretty with those colors. So yeah, that's what I mean. Like when I go to do this page in the next book, if it's something I really, really like, I can try and recreate it. So cool. Well, that's good for now. We got that one marked, and I am being pretty ambitious. I have 2 more books. So this one here, you guys, this one is out of print. And that's the only reason I keep a hold of it. And besides that, my husband bought it for me. But when I was getting like these ones that were, you know, like the literary ones, because I also have, I didn't pull it out to do any of this year, but I also have Wuthering Heights. I used to have Romeo and Juliet and a couple other ones. I got rid of them because I did not color in them. But I did keep Wuthering Heights because I really like it. And I kept this one. I'm going to try one more time to color in this book. And like I said, it is out of print and it's in very nice shape. But if I don't, then I'm going to see if one of you guys wants it. I just said it was in good shape. And like, what is all this on here? That has to be something that's coming from somewhere else because I don't know what that is. But the thing about it is okay, well, here's a whip. Maybe I can just go ahead and finish the whip. It has all these little, like, filigree, flourishy things everywhere. And the pictures are just weird. I mean, I know we're talking about Poe, right? I mean, he's not known for being unweird. But it's just, there's just something about it. Maybe I'll have to look up. I've seen this one done a few times on Pinterest. Not Pinterest, but Instagram. I haven't been on my Instagram in months, you guys. I'm so sorry. I need to go upload there. Okay, let's see this one. It was about dusk one evening during the supreme madness of carnival season that I encountered my friend. And this is from the Cask of Amontillado. This one looks pretty simple, but I'm assuming that page goes with it because it's got the carnival mask and everything. All right, so instead of finishing my whip, or maybe in addition to it, we'll see. Like I said, sometimes a book has to come into its time. And maybe, you know, when you got it, you were thinking right, but then when you got home, you're like, ugh, why'd I buy this? You know, see, sometimes I just hang on to it a little bit longer, and it comes into its time. So I think I'm going to attempt this one. I love the idea of carnival, and I like the masks and all that stuff. And this one is less, you know, some of the other ones I just, like I just go to color it and I just can't force myself. You ever have a book like that? I don't know. Maybe I'm being too hard on it. This is a stained glass picture. I have a whole stained glass coloring book that I don't color in. But like, yeah, these, I just don't like all this filigree stuff, like all of it, and then again, all of it around the border. Just not into it. But I'm going to try. I'll try that one picture and we'll see what happens. And then my last book that I'm going to color in this Halloween/fall season is my Day of the Dead coloring book. This was one of my favorite books that I own as well. It is by Mauro Mazzara and Andrea Bianchi. So, I mean, if you don't know this book, you might want to know it. It is one-sided, so already, you know, plus the paper is pretty good. It's not bad at all. It's got some weight to it, some body to it, so definitely not like an Amazon book or whatever. And it's just got beautiful pictures of Day of the Dead girls, lots and lots of girls, lots and lots of crosses and religious things, and the band. I mean, I just love this book. Pictures of I love this picture. I want to try to color this one. Pictures of the desert. This book is just another beautiful, beautiful book. Here's a picture of a girl that I did a long, long time ago. She's got a lot of sparkle to her. I think she's very pretty. I like the big cabbage roses and stuff. The ones at the fair or whatever, I'm not that crazy about them because I don't like to do tiny details, but it is a book I do want to complete at some point. So look at that. Look at that. Sorry, my dog is going to come running in here like, who are you talking to? I did this one as a I remember I had just moved here because I'll be here 3 years in October, the first week. But I had just moved here and I had stuff like everywhere in boxes. So I did part of this in marker and then part of it in pencil, but I still love it. I still like the way it came out. And the little guitars, I didn't put a background on there, but I always can do that later. Not too much of a fan. I did this in some gel pens that I was trying to use up, and it's okay. Not great, but this one I did as a buddy color, and I don't think the person is still uploading, or I haven't seen them around. But yeah, we did this one. We did. It's got some glitter. Those dancing girls are absolutely stunning. My grandma used to have a picture like this on the wall. She had these like Spanish dancers. Maybe, you know, like during the time when people had the big-eyed girl pictures everywhere. I was a little kid. That's a cool picture too. The foods in the background. Making me hungry for a taco. There's so many pictures in this book. Like I tagged the one, but I probably end up doing more because, and this is another one that when I got the book, my husband's like, you need to get 2 because, let's see if the price, I left it on there. Look what I paid for this book. $1.99 in June of 2019. My husband's like, you need to get 2 because I know you're going to say that you wish you had 2 later on, because that's another reason why I don't color in it that much, because I don't want it to be over. But I told him, no, I'm not getting 2. I'm just getting 1 like a normal person. No offense to any of you that buy double, because I just told you I have 2 Dracula copies. I can't help it myself sometimes. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like an altar for Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. Everyone loves this picture. I've seen this one done so many times, and I have never done it. Frida one is great. So I'll show you just a couple more. I did this one, and I wanted to keep to a very, very simple color palette. This like 3 or 4 colors. So that's how it came out. I mean, I love the corn. Look at that. It's glittered corn. And this one, very creepy looking lady. I did, and this one is one of the first ones I did. I really like the idea of the pink-ish, peachish skull, so I think that's what I might do on the colors I might do for the ghosts in the book that I pulled out earlier that I wanted to do with Rita, Cute and Creepy. And then this one I did over the spring, and I love this one. Love this one. I took my time. I used pencils and markers. Must have been all water-based markers, it looks like anyway. But I love the way it turned out. I'm better with water-based markers than with Sharpies and stuff like that. These were all done in mild liners, the giant flowers. And I did them in the mild liners, and then every now and then when I'm in the book, I just pick something up and add to it, pencil or whatever. So, okay, there you have it. That is all the things that are going to be in my coloring cube for this next rest of September and then all of October. And then some of them will carry on over into November and December as well. So, thank you if you made it this far, and I'll see you guys back here for another video another day. Take care. Bye.